Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. I'm a minute or two early. Give me a minute or two. We'll get going. How about the start to the year? How about the start to the year? That amazing, that amazing, that amazing, that amazing. Interesting, 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 right? So that's what we know. That's what we know. That's what we know. Wow. Let's give everybody a minute or two. Got so many things to do this morning. Okay. The site is back up, guys. Doing some stuff on it, so everybody can log back in. And I need to do one thing here. Give me a second. So, where is he? Give me 1 second. Just waiting. People are coming on here. Losing my mind. There we go. Move that there. Move that there. That goes there. That goes there. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Stocks go up, stocks down. How about NVIDIA? NVIDIA broke out. Okay? It broke out. Nothing else you need to know. It broke up, right? We wait and we wait and we wait. Okay? We waited for 603 on Lilly, went to 636. We waited. See, nobody teaches this stuff, okay? I mean, why wouldn't you go into a classroom somewhere in Harvard, Yale, Goldman Sachs? Goldman Sachs, for all their new people, they should put them in a room, and the first thing they should tell them is, if something breaks a major support number or approaches it, and you're near a round level, you can buy the stock and buy a put, or short it. You can buy the stock and short it at that number, and it's a gift. It's a gift. It's the biggest gift you can get in life. Okay? Let's say Netflix. Say you like Netflix. Now, I don't like Netflix, but let's say Netflix, Netflix number is 509. But if it gets to 500, 501, 502, you could buy the stocks short and you could buy the stock with a 500 stock. Worst case, you lose 2. Best case, you make money, a bunch of money. I mean, this is ridiculously simple. Did you see how fast NVIDIA ran when it hit 501? It went to 508, 509 so fast. I mean, just crazy fast. But we knew that. You can't miss opportunities like this, guys. These are the opportunities that change everything. So don't do that. Don't miss these opportunities. Okay? I mean, people are like, oh, well, is NVIDIA going to break down? Look at Lilly. Lilly is still there. It's still holding. It didn't collapse. But now you're waiting for 503 on the downside. Let's say if Lilly doesn't go in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, it breaks 603 on the downside. It's going to collapse straight down. Okay? So that's how people trade. That's how you make your money. We banged 300K. It's the 10th. We've banged 300K this year. And we're doing 10 and 20 contracts. We started with that. Okay? You buy small and you roll. And you roll and you roll. If you bought just 10 of the NVIDIA 400s and you sold those with us at 8 or 9, just took a double, 500s on NVIDIA, you made $5,000. But you took that $5,000 and you immediately bought the 520s and you paid $4 because they would have been $4. And they went to 10, and you say you only bought 10. So now you're up $10,000, and you took that $10,000 and you bought the 540s. But this time you bought 20 at $2. and they went to $4. So now you're up 20 grand. And then you bought the 560s for $2. Sam keeps buying $2 options. But now you're up 20 grand, so you say, I'm going to go buy 50 of them. And they went to 6. 6 times 5, 30. You made 30 grand. So you're up 50 grand. You're up 50 grand off a 4K trade. And then you say, well, Sam says if this runs, SMCI has to run. Well, Sam doesn't buy the 320s or 330s or 340s on SMCI. He buys the 350s. The stock's at 303, 308, and Sam's buying the 350s. Because Sam keeps saying the 303 breaks, it got a chance to break 326. I didn't know if it would. But if it did, that one was going to go to 5. They're going to be $9 today. And say you bought 2 of those. 2 of them. Okay? 10 of them would have cost you a K, but you know, you bought 2 of them, $1,800. I mean, $180. That's going to be $1,000 or $2,000. Guys, people lose money because they get stupid. People lose money because they're not smart. People lose money because they're trying to save $50 in fees to whoever, and they don't get the right information. People lose money because you're not so smart. But here's the thing. If you're not so smart, what is the first thing you should be doing? You should be getting with people that are smarter, that are like-minded, that can give you information. And then you think about it, think about it, think about it. We gave you NVIDIA for 6 weeks. For 6 weeks. Now we have AMD. Now today, I don't know if AMD takes out this 152, but if it does, it's going to rocket. It's going to rocket. And if the CPI is good tomorrow, we're at 48.20. We're at 48.20. If it's bad, then everything goes down. Okay? People still posting out there about Tesla. Why are you playing Tesla? Now watch them buy Tesla. But there's not one reason to buy Tesla. The news flow is still shit. The chart was the perfect chart to go up. But what have I told you about charts? They don't work. They don't work. Sam's numbers are godlike. Okay? Microsoft, tinkling, tinkling, tinkling. 382. But if it gets through 382, this thing's going to be 400 and boom. Caterpillar. If the CPI is low and the market rips, Caterpillar will hit 300 tomorrow. That makes the 300 calls with their 40 cents that can go to $3 or $4. Okay? 10x. But if CPI is bad, it's going to go to 0. And ultimately, somebody will send me a message and say, Sam, my Caterpillar didn't work. I said, it's 40 cents. Expect 0. Go slow. Build your account. Play with profits. Play the winners. Okay? Very straightforward. TSM just had earnings, released earnings. I believe it was up. Hold on. It's up. That means Lam Research Day. If Lam Research gets going, run it. None of this stuff is hard. It's hard because you make it hard. It's hard because people tell me stuff like, Sam, do you like this? I'm like, it doesn't move. I'm like, why are you playing it? It doesn't move. Think about it. I'm telling you, I used to do this stuff in 1992. I'd go buy something that doesn't move, and and they didn't have streaming quotes back then. You just have to use systems that just either dial in or refresh. And you look at it 2 million times, and it moved 10 cents. How do you not understand that you have to buy stuff that moves, right? And you can become great. Every single person can become great if you pay attention. Okay? I told you Adobe 4 to 6 weeks avoid. It's been 4 plus weeks. Finally got back in Adobe. Does it go? I don't know. Then we see. Okay? But NVIDIA looks good now. I mean, and I told you everything. I told you last time, if you go look, I said this in the room 5 times. And some people looked. Now, if you didn't look, that means you're lazy. That means at some point you're going to get whacked. I'm telling you. Sam says it like it is. I don't pat you on the back. I told you when NVIDIA broke 400 to the downside and went to 394, then it popped up on the upgrade that day, and it rocketed through 400. Where did it go? That was on a Monday. Where did it go that week? 445-ish? Went to 430 right away. What did it do Monday? Exact same play. 3 months later, 4 months later, whatever it was, on NVIDIA. But because of that, and because of the 541 number, Sam sold all NVIDIA yesterday. He sold them all. He banged 200K and sold them all. And didn't get back in. Now, will we get in today? Going to see in the first 10 minutes if it holds and it takes out this 441. It surely looks like 546 or 552 closed by Friday. Now, Sam says 552. What if the CPI is bad? It's going to go to shit. They will destroy it. That's okay. Don't care. We made our money. See, this is something you have to learn. The don't care is very important. It doesn't matter. I mean, this guy sent me a message. He goes, NVIDIA is going to end bad. I'm like, who cares? He's like, Tesla is really bad. It's down 40%. If you bought Tesla at 100 and went to 4,000 and you sold it at 2,000 and you sold it at 3,000, do you really give a shit if it went down 40%? You don't care. If Tesla, you banked 1, 2, 3, 4 trades and you made 15 grand, even if you put in 3 and it goes all the way down, you lost 3, do you care? Well, Sam, I care if I put in 3. No, you don't care. If you don't get this mindset, you will forever fail. You will forever fail. You build your account slowly. So a new guy coming in with 2 grand or 3 grand or 5 grand, maybe it takes you 6 months to even make $1 grand. That's okay. You didn't lose money and you went slow. And then you waited for these plays. AMD yesterday was 16 cents. They went to 29 cents. Small account could have bought 5 and been out, making 10 cents. And then you take some shots after you make enough money. You don't do it every day. And surely, if you go to Harvard, you pay 100 grand plus boarding. You go to Michigan, it's 80 grand. You don't get this type of information. And it doesn't take 1 day or 2 days. It takes a lot of time. And then you write stuff down if you don't have Sam's memory. And then you read it. Oh, NVIDIA has this. Oh my God, it's finally breaking, Sam says. Okay. And you got 30 pages of notes on NVIDIA over the years. Good, go read them all. Go read them all. That's important. Don't look at the chart. The chart's not important. It's meaningless. The Tesla chart showed you what I think about charts. Everybody and their mother is saying Tesla chart is perfect. And Sam says the news flow is so shit. And what happened? News flow won. It always won. The news matters. If NVIDIA comes out tomorrow and says, all our orders are gone, people are going to say, oh, it broke up. No, they're all going to sell it. Okay, that's what I know. Okay, let me look at comments, questions really quick. Look at ISRG, they guided up. I'll look at ISRG when I get a chance. But ISRG always pre-announces an up or down. And ISRG is a great stock. And it will always go. ISRG, hold on. It's up 17. Nice. But ISRG very highly valued. Probably ISRG on earnings will probably go to 380. Okay? That's what we know. That's what we know. Okay. Good start of the year. If you really haven't, can you recap the NVIDIA that initially I just did that? Thank you for the recap. Someone describing it as very hard for new people to do. Creating discipline is not easy. Yes, because they don't go your way. Absolutely. But that's why when you're new, maybe it takes you 3 months, 6 months. So I have a guy in the room that told me he started with me and he lost money. He blew up an account, and with several stories like this. He blew up an account. Then he said, I'm just not going to do nothing. I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen. I'm going to get rid of all my biases and listen. Boom. Bangs a milli. Lots of stories like this. Think about this. People pulling all these stocks. I mean, Boeing. I had a guy message me from the room and said, Sam, Boeing's going to go up. I said, Boeing's not going to go up. They gave you a $2 play for free that went to $6. Boeing's not going to go up. Guys, do you understand what happens if somebody says you can fly this plane and it crashes, or there's a second one that happens and somebody dies? The airline is probably bankrupt. The CEO will probably have to go into hiding. Okay? When you go out there and you cut employees and you cut pay to make more money, employees don't do their job like they're supposed to do. They just don't. Now, I understand that's bad employees, but they just don't do it. I don't care what you think. I know. You call a plumber and you tell him you want a water heater put in for $800 versus his $1,000 that he wants, he's going to screw it up for you. He's going to screw it up. They just do. Okay? And the logic on Boeing is so simple. The last time this happened, the next event happened, and it went from 370 to 100. Think about it. They're just going to put the planes back tomorrow, really? Somebody's going to take delivery of a new plane, really? And I was just on a plane, and I didn't look at the plug, but I was sitting right next to the exit row. I don't see a bolt. I don't see a bolt on any of those. So what does that mean? That means you got to rip some piece off. There's got to be some molding or something that you rip off to see the bolts. How the hell does a visual inspection do this? This is not a 5-minute thing. There's nothing going to make Boeing go up now. It's just done for 3 to 6 months. It's done. Goldman Sachs earnings coming. I think Goldman Sachs can really accelerate way up to 422. But let me tell you something. You don't really need to buy it. I bought some, but you don't need to buy it till Friday. Because if JP Morgan beats earnings and goes down, that's going to tell you if Goldman Sachs, even if they beat, it goes down. It doesn't matter. We need JP Morgan to beat and to go up. You want to see if the stocks are up too much. If the banks are up too much and they go down with good earnings, then Goldman Sachs is not a play. But if JP Morgan has good earnings and it goes up 5 or 6, then Goldman Sachs is a screaming buy. But we won't know till Friday's earnings on JP Morgan. So wait and chill. Okay, wow, that's a long one. Okay, good morning, everybody. 110, big day tomorrow. Big day tomorrow is CPI. Then we see. 47.92, 48.18, 48.52, underneath 4,700. Avago, 11.26. Wait. NVIDIA, 541, 542, 552. 572 on a B stripper. Underneath 503 bad. Adobe, 591, 603, 609. Underneath 562 bad. Lam Research, 572, 772, 800. Lily, 636. Underneath 603 bad. Snowman, 199, 209. Any break over 209 is explosive. AMD, 152. Bitcoin ETF. Now, coin is going lower. Look, I told you 100 times, guys. Coin doesn't make any money. People buying it because it's like, oh my God, they make more money. The people are dumb. They're just dumb. Okay? Don't be dumb. Okay? Now, maybe Bitcoin goes up 5,000 and takes coin up, but they don't make any more money. Okay? MicroStrategy, the 700 calls on Friday were $18. Jesus. That's a 180-point move. Unbelievable. Google, 142, 146. Amazon, 152, 159. Goldman Sachs, 388, 391. Boeing, 221 down. Caterpillar, 296, 300. Netflix, 500, 509, 452 down. SMCI, 352 is hard. 356. If it hits 357, it may get 375. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Grand Slam. Congrats, everyone. Microsoft, it's tinkling higher. 377, 382. The co-pilot numbers come. NOW, 706. Tesla, 229. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.